4 ways you could lose Social Security benefits in 2023. I have all the details and what you need to know right here in the video, so let's get right into it. I know in this video, I do want to discuss the details of 4 ways you could lose Social Security benefits in 2023. Now, what I'm going to be talking about here in this video does apply to Social Security retirement and Social Security disability, SSDI. Now, just to clarify, I am not making this video to instill fear or to scare anybody, but rather I am making this video to inform and educate everybody so that there is no loss of benefits or garnishment in any way, shape, or form, as we completely recognize the vast majority of fixed income beneficiaries rely on their monthly benefit, and it is very, very important to have these benefits, so any garnishment or elimination to these benefits would be really, really bad, and we want to avoid this at all costs. So as a result of that, let's get into it and talk through all the details. Really fast before we do, thanks so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe right down below the video. It's totally free to do so, and I'm here for you right by your side every single day to keep you informed of what's actually going on and to help you out in any way that I possibly can, as that has been my dedication for the last nearly 4 years now, and I will continue that no matter what going forward. There's a lot of stuff going on right now, and I'm here for you every single day with updates and to point out anything you need to know. So again, please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet, and also share this video with your friends, family, social media, so we can help out as many people as we can out there right now during this very confusing time. All right, thanks so much. Let's get into it and talk through the list here and some ways that people could lose Social Security benefits, and this is something we want to avoid as much as we possibly can. We want every last penny out of Social Security without any disruption to our monthly benefits. However, one of the points that I do want to share with you here in this video, again, I'm going to share with you a real story that I just read about where somebody lost over $106,000 that they had to repay to Social Security because of something they did, okay? We don't want that at all. That is really bad. Not a good situation for that guy, okay? So I will tell you that story here in a little bit, in just a couple minutes here. All right, so let's work our way through these one at a time. All right, so first off, number one is earning over the earnings limit as a Social Security retirement beneficiary, okay? Now, this is obviously just for Social Security retirement. I'll be talking about SSDI here in just a second. So right now in 2023, there's a couple different earnings limits that I certainly want you to know about, because this could have a drastic reduction to your monthly benefit if these limits are exceeded. So here's what it comes down to. If you are somebody who has claimed your benefit prior to your full retirement age, as in somewhere between the ages of 62 and essentially 66 or 67, whatever your full retirement age is, you do have earnings limits. So if you are working full-time, part-time, if you have a small business, a side hustle, whatever it happens to be, if you're getting income somehow, some way, you got to be aware of these limits, okay? So right now, in 2023, the earnings limits for those individuals that have claimed benefits prior to full retirement age is $21,240. That is through the course of the entire year. Now, this comes out on average to $1,770 a month is what that comes out to be. Now, let me tell you the limits behind this. If you earn over the limit, that's fine. You can. There's no problem at all. But here's the problem. If you do earn over the limit, they will reduce your Social Security benefit by $1 for every $2 that you earn over the limit. Okay, so that's very important stuff right there. Now you're practically working for free if that is the case. Okay, so please be very aware of that. You're welcome to earn over the limit if you like to, but just remember, if you do earn over that $21,240 through the course of the entire year as somebody who has claimed benefits prior to full retirement age, then just remember that reduction is sitting there, okay? Please be very aware of that. Now next, if you're somebody that is going to be hitting your full retirement age this year in 2023, you also have an earnings limit, which is also almost triple what it is for the group I just mentioned, but there's also earnings limits. What it is $56,520 prior to your full retirement age timeline, okay? So please take that into consideration as well. Also a very important thing, if you earn over that limit, the $56,520, you will also have reductions to your benefit at a pace of $1 for every $3 that you earn over the limit, okay? Very important stuff. All right, number two, this one is specifically focused on SSDI, Social Security Disability Beneficiaries. I also want to talk about earnings limits here as well, because these numbers are significantly lower than the numbers I just laid out for you. However, if you are a Social Security Disability Beneficiary, there's two different categories here that I want to talk about: blind and non-blind, and earnings income, okay, or earnings limits, I should say. Here's what it comes down to. These numbers are very different, so you got to know which category you're falling into, which is blind beneficiaries. As an SSDI beneficiary who is blind, your SGA limit, substantial gainful activity limit, is $2,460 a month, okay? That is essentially what you could earn up to without having any garnishment or reduction to your monthly benefit. Once you earn over that limit, well, now you've basically lost your benefit for that period of time, okay? So again, please be very aware of that. Next is non-blind. If you are a non-blind SSDI beneficiary, you also have an earnings limit, which is significantly less than the blind category. It is $1,470 a month, okay? That is SGA for you. If you earn over the limit, just be very aware your benefits are now at risk, okay? Just please be very aware of that stuff. Now, again, I also completely recognize, I'll see this down below in the comment section, yep, I'm completely aware of the trial work period. I'm not talking about that, okay? During the trial work period, you can earn as much as you want, but you only get that once, okay? So just remember, we can talk about that in a separate video. I just wanted to point out SGA, the earnings limits for SSDI beneficiaries, blind, non-blind, $1,470 for non-blind, $2,460 for blind beneficiaries, okay? Keep that into consideration. That is on a monthly basis as well. Now, next, couple interesting things here. A disability review, okay? So now this is number 3, disability review. Now this is for SSDI beneficiaries. There are many instances where you may be in a disability review. In other words, they're going to look at your situation and wonder, we've got this SSDI disability beneficiary here. Do they still need benefits? Is their disability improving? Is it remaining the same? Is it getting worse? Are they still allowed to get SSDI benefits? This is very common. So if you happen to get a disability review, don't feel like it's a personal attack against you. It is not. This is very common, okay? They have disability reviews all the time. In fact, if you receive disability benefits for long enough, you're likely going to have a review at some point, okay? Just be aware of that. It's likely going to happen at some point. But it's something I want to bring to your attention really quickly. If this were to happen, please be very aware of this. If for some reason you went to the doctor or whatever the situation may be, and the doctor defines, hey, wow, your disability has improved. You are getting better. Those would be good. That would be good news for you and your life, but that would be bad news when it comes down to your monthly benefit. So it's kind of one of these situations where it's like, well, your disability is improving. That's awesome. You're getting a little bit better, but things like that. But then when it comes down to Social Security benefits, they might be looking at your situation thinking, wait, your disability has improved. Therefore, you may not need disability benefits anymore, okay? This is their discretion, as in Social Security, to determine, okay? Please be very aware of this. But this is something that is very common, disability reviews. There's many instances that would trigger a disability review, okay? So just be aware. These happen often, and if you get a disability review and they find that your disability has improved, as in you're getting better, well, your benefits may be at risk then, okay? So that is number 3. Number 4, here is the one I want to share with you, really interesting stuff that's going on here. And this is happening across the country. This is happening to a lot of people, especially with the uptick in social media, okay? There's a lot of people out there who have social media accounts. We have all these different platforms out there. You know all of them, right? Most people have a presence on at least one or two of them. Here's the situation. SSDI beneficiaries posting a video or a picture of them doing something that would defy the odds of them being able to do that with a disability, and then they get busted because, wait, I thought you had a disability. How are you doing this extreme sport? Or how are you doing this one thing? You have a disability that would say you can't do that, right? So now again, that's just kind of like a broad statement that I'm saying right there. But let me share with you really quickly a story I just read about. This really happened to a guy. Not fun to be him right now, okay? Here's what happened. This dude, he's getting SSDI benefits, okay? Social Security disability benefits. He is disabled. He should not be able to be hitting the gym and lifting extreme amounts of weight, right? However, he posted a video of himself on social media at the gym squatting like 300 pounds or something like that. I don't know, some huge amount of weight, right? So he's there at the squat rack. He's squatting like 300 something pounds, 350 or whatever it happens to be. And he does it and he's all good, right? But then they look at it and think, wait, this guy has this disability. According to the disability that he has filed for, he should not be able to do this. Suspicious. let's do a disability review. They do a disability review and find, wait, this guy is good. He doesn't have his disability anymore, or whatever happened, right? So now what happened is they found that this disability for this guy who, posted this video of himself squatting all this weight at the gym, now he's in this review and they found, wait, the disability was actually gone like 10 years ago, or whatever happened the case was there. So now they're retroactively making him pay $106,000 back to Social Security. Ouch, guy. That's an expensive squat right there. You know what I mean? That is a big, big deal. So anyway, that's what I want to bring to your attention. This stuff is happening all the time. In fact, you've probably seen my other videos here on the channel talking about Social Security is watching you if you're an SSDI beneficiary. I'm not saying that they're watching everybody, but you got to be aware of this stuff, okay? If you are doing something that completely defies the odds of what you can possibly do with the disability that you are getting SSDI benefits for, just be very aware of that, okay? So you got to be careful with this stuff. And a lot of people think, hey, no one's going to look at my social media account. They're not going to watch my videos, my pictures. They're not going to look at my whatever, things like this. They do. And for this guy, it happened. And it is not a good situation for him, right? $106,000 he needs to pay back as a result of one squat and one video he posted online. Ouch, right? That's going to be hurting for a while now for that guy. You know what I mean? So anyway, I want to bring this to your attention. Please be very careful with what you're posting, stuff like that. Now, again, I'm not saying like, let's put all a bunch of deceiving information and stuff like that. I'm not saying that whatsoever. I'm just simply saying you got to be aware of this stuff. You're being watched to some degree, okay? Now, again, I'm not here being some conspiracy theorist saying, oh my, they're watching every move you're making. I'm not saying that at all because I don't really believe that that's happening. But just you got to be, kind of smart about it. You know what I mean? Anyway, so these are the things that I want to point out here. These are a few of the ways that somebody could lose benefits, obviously, in 2023. Now, this applies not only to 2023, but 2024 and 2025 and 2027 and 2050. I mean, seriously, all this stuff applies for basically every year into the future. But these are some of the income limits that I wanted to point out for you this year, 2023. And obviously, as we get more details on 2024, things like that, of course, I can come back and break it all down for you. But these are a few. Now, don't get me wrong. There's like 20 more, okay? There's a lot more reasons and ways that people could lose benefits as a Social Security disability. But my point is, I'm not here to scare anybody. I'm not here to instill fear in anybody. I am not here to rattle the cage of anybody and say, don't leave your house, you might lose your benefit. No, I'm not saying that at all. Live your life, do what you got to do, and just, be smart about it. If you know what I mean? It's not that hard, okay? It's not that difficult. Just, you got to know the information about this because let's just say that you wanted to go out there and get a job right now because you're saying, you know what? Life is expensive. There's a lot of things that are out there that are really expensive right now. I want to go get a job. That's awesome. Seriously. Congratulations to you for doing that. Just be aware. The earnings limits, okay? Now, one more thing I want to point out. You don't want to learn this the hard way, okay? Have you ever learned something the hard way? I learn things the hard way literally every single day. If you don't believe me, just ask my wife. She'll clearly tell you, oh yeah, Matt learns stuff the hard way every day, okay? I learn stuff every day the hard way, okay? My point is, here's the thing. You're doing something in good intentions, as in, I just want to make some ends meet here. It's tough time out there. I need more money. And you go out to, work some hours or whatever, get some extra income coming in, and then all of a sudden Social Security comes in and takes some of your benefit away. That would not be a good situation, which is why I wanted to give this information to you to help you understand what's going on here and so we can avoid any of these types of situations. Hope that helps. Anyway, leave your comments, your questions, your feedback down below. Subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share the video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos here on the channel. And by the way, until next time, don't be posting any videos of yourself squatting 350 at the gym. It's probably not going to turn out that well, okay? Just saying. Anyway, enjoy your day. Have a good one, and catch you again later.